Well, I got a video here for today. I got a 1999 SeaDoo GSX. This is the RFI motor. Now, I'm going to show you why about this video. There's a common problem with these skis. It's not just this GSX, it's the any RFI, so any Rotex fuel injection, there you go. So anything fuel injected on these motors, they die. And they have a charging problem. Well, today I got my solution. This is a rectifier. And what this does, it converts to AC to DC. So I'll explain all that here in a minute, but let's... Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and just start this video with the voiceover. So what you want to do is take this seat cover off. All you do is pull the tab in the back. And then with this rectifier right here, the new one, we're going to go ahead and take the air intake off. And as you can tell, all you have to do is take these tabs out from the hole, take it out, and just put it on the side, wherever you put it at. Now, you don't have to take these bolts out right there. I'm going to show you the easiest way to do that. Do the top ones, those two right there with a 10mm socket, and it should fall right down with the, and the rectifier will be in the back. Okay, so what you want to do is get a 10mm socket with a swivel and an extension, and kind of like this side right there. And what you want to do is take the two nuts out and just hold it on to place. It's real easy. You'll see back there. All I do is take those off, and we'll go ahead and do the next step. Okay, so I'm going to show you the difference between these two. So the OSD MARINE 4-tech rectifier basically is a heavier dutier than the stock SeaDoo one. I promise you, this thing's going to charge you like it's going to charge the battery like crazy. It's really good, even though the price on these things is a little more than regular rectifier, but I promise you it's a good mod to do on your RFI, any RFI SeaDoo. But on the stock one, if you're just gonna do a stock rectifier, it's like $30 or something. I mean, it's not gonna charge as good as the stock OEM one, but it's just plug and play, put the bolts back on. But when we do the 4-tech one, you gotta do a little bit of modification, which I'll show you here in a second. Okay guys, so when we get through down here in the engine compartment, you see those 3-pin connector right there? Well, that connector goes to the stator, or there's a different name for that, but I call it stator. It's basically like an alternator. It's supposed to charge your battery, but this stator is AC. So that plug goes to that rectifier, and what you want to do is you want to check to make sure your stator is good too. So you want to get your voltage meter and put on AC and just test it on those 3 prongs right there, and put the ground on the any ground basically, and just test those out. Make sure your stator is good and all that. Make sure that everything's good on that, because if it's not the rectifier, you want to make sure the stator's good too. But if your stator is good, then we'll show you the next step on getting your installing your rectifier. Okay, and then we'll show you the other plug-in. This goes to your battery, and what it does, it goes to all the way to that box that we installed those 2 bolts earlier. Well, that goes to all that to the battery. It charges your battery, and what you want to do on that test, you want to get your voltage meter, put on DC, and plug everything in, start the ski if you can, and test the battery. And if the battery is not charging at this voltage, which it'll show in the caption, it's supposed to be at a certain voltage, but if it's not at this voltage right here, that means it's no good. Throw that rectifier away. So that's when we install the new rectifier. But My stator's good on my skis, so I know it's fine. My rectifier's bad, and it's a common problem on these RFIs. But once we get this new rectifier on, I'll show you the next step on drilling and everything, which is easy as cake. So let's go on and get on the next install. Okay, so in this picture, I didn't really do a video, but in the picture, the bolts that were on the old rectifier did not fit. And when you do buy this rectifier from that website, it'll tell you that the bolts won't fit, you're going to have to put it somewhere else. Well, this is easy cake, and I did it, and it was really simple. If you have a drill and a 15/64 bit, then you can do it. But yeah, the bolts did not fit. I tried it earlier in my ski, it didn't work. So I had to take the whole thing out and do that from that way. But I will show you how to take it out. But make sure to get some bolts and some nuts that will fit that. So what you do is go to like Home Depot or Lowe's and go get you some bolts that will fit that rectifier through. And once you do that, then we'll go on to the next step and drill those holes. But yeah, just like I said, drill these holes with the 15/64 bit, and we'll drill those riveted holes right on my thumb right there. Okay, so right after this, after you drill it, you want to put that bolt in and make sure you get that nut on there. You want to make sure you want to do that on the other side too. And after that, you want to put that rectifier in, put another bolt through there too, to make sure to hold it down so it doesn't move around. So yeah, right after you get those nuts on there, it's just perfect right there. So we're going to go ahead and install it on the ski, which I was walking, and I don't remember half the things I said. So next time I'm just gonna stall the video. I ain't gonna talk and mumble. But yeah, make sure you get that piece. And then once you go through there, you want to make sure that it goes to that hose in the back, that where you uninstall it. And make sure when you test it too, make sure that pisser does work. And after that, you want that bolt on the top left. Make sure that bolt goes through there, and on the bottom left will be the hose. So all you do is put that hose in, and you put that little plastic piece part right before that, so it'll hold that hose. And make sure you zip tie it too. I did that. And make sure you once you get everything bolted in, make sure that little pisser holes on the back of the ski, make sure it's flush, make sure it looks good, make sure it's not hitting nothing. But yeah, and after that, we were ready to go. And that's it. Thank y'all for watching. Please leave a comment. If you got any questions, like the video, please subscribe. I'm about to do more ski videos, some more GSX videos on the SeaDoo, because there ain't a lot out there, and I like to give tutorial videos on how to work on SeaDoos and all that. And then we'll do some of that on the GTX too. I'll tell you about the story on that one. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, if you got any questions, please leave comments. Thank you, and subscribe.